from one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here in KC as their beloved Chiefs took the field, and they are set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down, here's Burrow. Man open left side, it's Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This defense for the Chiefs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Burrow looking to pass. And incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know other coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need...
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 46. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Mahomes.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
To throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Ratley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Burrow. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there for KC.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. They go play fake. Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. 17-0 our score after one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
But it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
On 1st down, Mixon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 11 now, Burrow. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes... all the way inside the Cincy 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback. But if the ball's in the air, they treat it like they're the receivers. And they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Right there, 54, right there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And they can't bring him down. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for KC. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now Burrow on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go until halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he will find his man Samuel. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Gibson again. It's a first down and more for Gibson.
And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for KC.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to Mixon on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They will run it. It's McKissick. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's a run with Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
McPherson's kick is good.
And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting it.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And here's a give to Gibson. Runs over him, and he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
First down. Here's Burrow. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Watch 18. 18's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. This will be caught at Samuel. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
after the touchdown. McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big play there for KC.
Now, this is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year hitch before you could go on and join the NFL.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll go again with Gibson.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Once more, Gibson.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Jerry Hughes picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Looking to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 61 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A carry for Gibson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. I got you.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's McKissick. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
Explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.